Good evening, everybody. Hello, how are you? Jeff Gelman and Joel, Solid K9 Training. Hope everyone's doing fantastic today. It's our Monday show, Monday Q&A show. We stream every Monday on Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. It's a Q&A show. This show is unique because it talks about the real world of dog training for a family pet. An owner of a family pet, believe it or not, you need a special kind of training. What I mean by that is everybody out there is not training you for your family pet, but they're called dog trainers. It's important that you know when somebody comes to your house or you're looking to hire somebody for your family pet dog, don't pay for your dog to learn obedience. Don't pay a trainer for your dog to learn obedience. You can do that yourself. You can watch a free course. You can get a low-cost paid course. When you hire a trainer is when you're struggling with unwanted behaviors that you want to stop. Now, this is the issue. The majority of dog trainers practicing today do not know how to stop an unwanted behavior. Ask them specifically. Because what they're going to do, so behaviorists, vets, and the majority of dog trainers, force free and reward only, they don't know how to stop, and they're not capable of stopping unwanted behaviors. They're just not. They're going to train obedience to a subpar level because they can't do it in the real world. They can't do it out in public. Like the dog won't execute the commands in public. The dog won't execute the commands around distractions. You all know this, right? You've all hired 1, 2, 3, 4 trainers, and your dog still doesn't listen. Like, this isn't news to a lot of you, is it? And if it is news to you, start hiring dog trainers and you'll see. Wow, Jeff was right. You're right. My dog does well when my trainer's here and does it inside of a training center or a classroom. But when I go out in public or even in my own house, it all falls apart. I know. That's because of a skill set issue, of a philosophy issue. You're paying for something that just will never happen. So you want to ask dog trainers before you hire them, do you know how to stop? And then give them a list of the behaviors that you're trying to stop. If they say yes, say, how are you going to do that? What's your success rate? Do you have video proof? Do you have social proof? Do you have testimonials on those specific issues? Do you have any videos that can show before and after? Ask for all this stuff. It's not much to ask. It's really not much to ask. You should be able to hire any trade person, electrician, plumber, air conditioning person, builder, landscaper, window repair, window person, car, get into an accident, car, fixer. Ask them for social proof. They should be able to supply it. Lots of it. Dozens or hundreds or thousands of pieces of evidence. Correct? I would want that. But for some reason, people are hiring trainers and they're surprised that a dog doesn't stop racing at the front door, jumping on people when all they learned was basic obedience for their dog. Why would you do that? Why would you not hire someone that specifically can help stop racing at the front door? Ask the trainer before they get here the goals that you're trying to accomplish. We're trying to eliminate front door out of control behavior or dangerous behavior. Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to stop that? Ask. It's important. So I'm starting to do one-on-ones again. And the only reason why I'm starting to do one-on-ones again is because I'm putting my money where my mouth is again, and I'm documenting social proof. Every visit will be documented. You can hire me now for one session. Now you can hire me for one session. I'll come to your house for 90 minutes, and we'll start going through all these behaviors you want stopped. And I'll show you. And write that in there, how to stop them all. And many will stop right there. Write that in there. Many will stop. But you can't hire us. In fact, I'm not letting people hire us on a one-on-one basis to teach basic obedience to your dog, because it's too expensive to hire me to do that when you can, for instance, we want you to join our online community instead. You'll get better results because it's a longer program. And you have the videos and everybody in the family can watch them. You get dozens of hours of videos. You get twice a month coaching. You get a wonderful community that will hold you accountable and motivate you.
True story.
So don't hire a dog trainer for obedience. Nobody should be. That doesn't mean you have to join our community, but if you joined our community, you would save thousands of dollars. Did you know that? I just lost a board and train client today. She had a whole list of issues with her dog, some of them dangerous. She joined our community, and in 24 hours, she emailed us and said, I don't need to talk to Jeff anymore. In 24 hours, I watched your videos that come with the community, and already my life is better.
Pretty interesting.
This is not one time we've heard this. Hundreds of times, thousands of times. You actually can join our community and you do not have to hire a dog trainer. Stop wasting money on trainers coming to your house without teaching how to stop things. Now, if the dog trainer knows how to stop things, then hire them. But still ask for the same social proof. Because so many clients are like 6 visits, 8 visits. Your dog still can't do a downstay outside in public? Really? 8 visits? Thousands of reps? Hundreds of reps? Why not? Because the dog was never told that breaking command is a bad thing to do. So when they get up from breaking command, the owner just tells them to down again and then rewards them again. That's why. Your dog's being trained with a flawed system. And then behaviorists are just going to charge you for nothing, and then put your dog on meds. And your dog doesn't need to be on meds. 99.99% of dogs on meds don't need to be on meds. Did you know that? How do I know? Because we've gotten 100% of the dogs off meds. That's why. That's thousands of dogs, by the way. Lived experience. Live like boots on the ground, dogs from all walks of life. 99.99% of the dogs. That means I can only think of 3 in my career. And I have a long 2-decade career, over 10,000 dogs. I can only think of 3 dogs that are on meds. They've all gotten off. Everyone. Had a dog came in today. We're going to get it off meds. Most dogs don't need meds. Well, I can even say no dog needs meds. There are some that I can, outliers, small percentage. Now, vets won't want to do that because the drug companies control too much of the vet industry. Of course, the dog has to be on drugs according to the vets, according to the behaviorists, because that's all they got. So, ask your questions. We're back in the U.S. We're wonderful sunny Florida. Today was day 1 of our mastermind, which is a 5-day intensive workshop, people around the world. A couple of Canadians here, a couple of people from the West Coast, one person from Estonia.
Estonia, yeah. Pretty cool.
Denver, Phoenix, North Carolina. 2 from Canada. Yep, even with a crappy exchange rate, they still made it here. Illinois, 2 people from Chicago area. Yep, they crossed the picket line. They got here. They love our governor. I don't blame them. They love our mayor. I don't blame them. So ask your questions. What do you got?
Kara says hi, guys. Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara, how are you?
DM says hello from Tide Tables. Oh, hey.
Oh,
guys.
hey. Yep, he's here. Over at Tide Tables.
Yep, one of our masterminds.
Yep.
Everybody went out to dinner tonight.
Get some good seafood.
Mhm.
Probably some of the best seafood around.
I love Tide Tables.
Little rinky-dink place on the water.
So cute.
Sitting at a picnic table with possibly another couple, getting basically one item. They got 3 items on the menu.
Yeah. Mahi grouper or shrimp.
Yep.
Basically.
You want a mahi burrito, mahi taco, or
they
mahi?
do it 10 different ways.
Yep. So ask your dog training questions. Ask how to stop things. We'll help you out.
I don't know if we want to comment on this one.
What?
Do we have any thoughts on the Hassan e-collar situation?
I don't know.
That podcaster guy who corrected his dog.
I mean, I don't know enough about it, but I mean, it's, from what I understand, he finally actually corrected the dog, and the dog went back to place. That's what you do. But I don't know enough about it. But my understanding is the dog kept coming off of a spot, and then he finally corrected the dog. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do. You correct the dog after it doesn't listen, and it's okay to shock them. It's okay if the dog made an audible. I don't, I can just give you general philosophy. I don't know that particular video. I've just heard. I haven't seen it. I don't really consume a lot of social media anymore. There's a couple of YouTubers I'm watching right now. I'm watching this really awesome guy named Martin. He's from the Netherlands, and he's living in the Italian Alps right now, and he's rebuilding 2 stone houses. Year 3. He has a couple of books, 1 year on my bike and 2 years on my bike. And now he's doing this, and I love his YouTube channel. YouTube's every Sunday. He's rebuilding the stone house. So I'm watching that. That's what I watch. It's more of a documentary style kind of thing. I watch a lot of people that live on sailboats, them touring every week. They put out a new video. That's the stuff I watch. But I don't watch dog training content. I'm not going to learn anything from it. There's nothing.
Well, I don't think it's the internet went buck wild because this guy corrected his dog.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, by the way. E-collars are for a lot of things, but they're definitely for correcting a dog. So I don't know what he did, but my understanding is he corrected the dog, and everyone's thinking, worried about because it yelped or something. It's big deal. Dog yelps. Who cares? We have 4 dogs in our kennels. They yelp,
for everything.
For everything. It's no big deal. You guys, it's the real world here. Yep. But just to let everybody know, whenever you see those loving couples on Instagram, whenever you see those wonderful vacation montage videos, a lot of that is fake. I'm a couple. I'm one of 2. This is 2. We just went to Greece. I don't know. We probably got into a pretty heated argument every 3 weeks, maybe every month.
We did.
We didn't document it. We didn't put it out there. Meanwhile, Joelle's coming out of the water in a bikini, looking all sexy. Myself and Joelle and Angelo are all at some beautiful architectural thing. We're on the beach. Joelle's got a beautiful view of our yard and our property with some motivational saying on it. That's all true. It all happened. But our heated arguments, they're not up there. Right? Instagram is be careful out there. Be careful. People are only putting up the good stuff. Next.
Kelly, my dog, 1-year-old, is on an e-collar and gets into some puppy trouble occasionally. For instance, he likes to knock over my flower pots. When we correct him, should we say no first?
You always say no. It's not an e-collar conversation. It's a stopping an unwanted behavior conversation. You say no and you correct. But if the dog's knocking over your flower pots because of what it's doing, the zoomies, or it's running around, you can teach it to stay away from your flower. You can teach it that the flower pots are hot and it should stay. So you'd be correcting the dog when they get close to the flower pots. You can control the zoomies. Yeah, when's it happening? Next.
Daniel from New Zealand.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi, how are you today? Hi, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Let's see. 2 dogs and a dude. Oh, that's Billy.
It's Billy.
I haven't seen
Hey,
in a
Billy.
long
How are you,
time.
Billy?
Haven't seen you in a
Hope
while.
you're doing okay.
Let's see. He said, for some strange reason, last week Vader started to hump a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't able to correct him when it started, but I corrected him in the middle of it. And I think the e-collar was up too high, and basically, started a dog fight.
It could happen. Yeah, it's not what you want to do. We use a stockyard whip for that. But he knows Vader knows the out command. But yeah, we use a stockyard whip for that too. Stockyard whip works great. Double tap on the ass. You set it up. Probably was overly aroused. It's not necessarily a sexual thing or a dominant thing. Just an general over arousal thing. Dogs get like all excited with play sometimes, and then they go into humping. Happens a lot. But you stop it though. You stop it. Mm-hmm.
Kara said, I agree. That's what you're supposed to do. The outrage is my concern. I feel like I put more crap in people's heads about e-collars.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's,
I think that the sane people who understand dog training are just like, okay.
Yep.
But people are going to be outraged about e-collars.
People are outraged about everything online. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Just put out more educational videos. Don't defend it. Don't say, oh, it didn't hurt the dog. Like, maybe it did hurt the dog. So what? That's fine. My understanding is a big, huge dog. For all we know, that dog.
It's like a chow chow.
For all we know, that dog, bites people coming in the front door. And maybe he's trying to really make sure his dog doesn't break command.
All right. Again, it's like no context.
There's zero context.
We don't comment on stuff like this because we've been on the other side of it so many times.
I got no idea.
No context. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know how his dog is trained.
Yeah. But in general,
all I know is a trained dog, when they're corrected, runs back to command.
And sometimes they make a sound. It's okay. It's okay for your dog to yelp. Well, maybe it hurt. It's okay. It's okay to have the dog feel discomfort for breaking a command. Guys, that's not how we train the dog. But a trained dog needs to execute commands. And if it's going to be sloppy about it or constantly break about it, there needs to be a consequence. Most people have zero idea what a truly trained dog looks like. So, but I don't know. I've not seen the video. So I'm not going to, comment, but I'm an expert on e-collar training though. I'm an expert on family pet dog training. So, people say, what makes you an expert? 2 decades, over 10,000 dogs, executed to a high level of success, working with every possible scenario of a family pet dog and being successful in the majority, 95+% of the work I do. That makes someone an expert in their field. Lived proof, social proof. Yeah, that's fine. Don't know shit about sport. Don't know shit about agility. Don't know much about the vet industry. Don't know much about dock diving. Don't know much about fly ball, family pet dog training, how to stop unwanted behaviors. I know a lot, so I can comment on it. Next.
Steve says, I know you have free content, but do you guys have an online course if one might want to become a dog trainer?
We've got a mentorship program. We've got a in-person mastermind. We've got a shadow program. So we got a shadow program, which is in person for 5 days. Mentorship, which is monthly. We recommend 6 months or more. We've got an online community, which is a year-long membership, which comes with courses and coaching. We have lots of ways to start building your skill set as a dog trainer on a dog training level, on a social media level, on a personal growth level, on a working with client level. Absolutely. And you will never get a certificate from me because a certificate is bullshit. No, you need lots and lots and lots of experience. That's what you need. No course is going to make you a dog trainer. Mm-hmm. Courses are going to help lead you to the career of dog training and then lived experiences, lots of clients.
Let's say get into our mentorship program.
You can get into our mentorship program.
Like we helped Shannon start her whole business.
But we've helped thousands of dog trainers.
Oh yeah, she's just one this recent.
Thousands. At least 1,000 dog trainers that are practicing or have practiced in the last 2 decades have been highly trained with us. We have a client right now. She's with us right now. Staff of 17, a couple hundred dogs a week they work with. Her words exactly today were, Jeff, you changed my life. She started by going to a seminar. Wasn't even in the pet industry. Dramatic, life-changing stuff for people. Next.
Let's see. Kelly said, okay, thanks. He likes to sniff in them and then stick his foot in to knock them down.
Oh, that's easy to stop. So e-collar, so you're an e-collar, right? She has an e-collar, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So e-collar, dog starts sniffing, teach your dog the out command or no. Out means get out of there, get away from the flower pots. I can show you, I'll show you that tomorrow. Do you have a flower pot?
Yeah, but none of these dogs are going to stick their paws in it.
We'll put some food in a flower pot. The dogs will sniff, and I'll show you how the out command works. I'll show you how it works. So you're going to get it before the dog sticks its paw. You're going to do it at the sniff. Dog doesn't need to sniff. So no sniffing the flower pot anymore. That's going to be the rule. And you're going to make it suck for the dog to do it. There's plenty of other things to sniff. Okay. Next.
Ruth said, are you in Florida now? You used to be in Connecticut?
No, we were never in, I worked in Connecticut. We were based in Providence, Rhode Island. So I'm from Ohio.
Rhode Island.
So if you want to, I'm from Ohio, Providence, Rhode Island for 40 years, right? Not 40 years. 38 years in Providence. And then now we're down in Florida. We're in Bradenton, Florida. That's where the company is. And that's where boarding train dogs come. And we've got 4 dogs with us now, all from out of state. Maine, Vermont, New York, and Long Island, which is New York. Yeah. So all 4 dogs, all from out of state. We have another dog coming in from Montana or Wyoming. Missouri, maybe? Missouri, yeah. Got a lot of the next dog coming in. And if you send your dog to us, you can send your dog to us 4 weeks and 6 weeks. We're doing a 2-week boarding train now for easy peasy dogs. Simple, leash only. And I'll go to your house for 90 minutes, 1 session, show you how to stop unwanted behaviors. Guaranteed, by the way. Guaranteed. Yep, I guarantee I'll make progress. Lots of it. Yep, or don't pay me. How's that? How's that for someone who puts their money where their mouth is? That's it. That's all you need is 1 session. Yeah. Then if you need obedience, you'll join our online community. Save a ton of money. I'm gonna save you a ton of money. Stop spending money on useless training. Just stop. Everybody stop. Literally stop. Put your foot down. Not doing it anymore. Our year-long membership to our community is $497. It's cheaper than most dog trainers. You know, yeah. It's a year-long membership. You get courses, thousands of dollars in courses. You get coaching, 26 coaching sessions a year. It's all you need. It's all you need. Yeah. Next.
Kara said, do you think a dog can actually be destroyed or ruined like some trainers claim?
Sure. But with an e-collar? I think most trainers, I would ask them how. How would that happen? You want to see destroyed dogs? Go to the shelter system. Find out what the shelters are doing to dogs. Why are the shelters adopting out such shitty fucking dogs? Ask the shelter system what they're doing. But e-collars aren't destroying. Every e-collar trainer I know is making a dramatic improvement in people's lives. Every e-collar trainer I know is making a dramatic improvement in people's lives and dogs' lives. I think fear-free dog training destroys dogs and destroys families because they get no results and dogs end up giving away or dead. All these force-free people, it's a joke. And they can come on here and bash me. It's like, show me your work. Show me your work. Go grab a dog, a typical dog that's leash reactive. It's a common issue. And show me what you do without using force. It's fine. You know, admit your limitations to your skill set, please. Don't tell me you rehab aggression because you don't. You're a liar. You're full of shit. Don't lie. Don't lie to the public. Don't lie because your ego is so big. Show me proof. That's all. It's not that hard to do. If people are going to come on at someone's page, you better be able to supply proof. I don't give a shit what you say and who you quote and what science you have. I want your lived experiences. So no. E-collar trainers are not destroying dogs. They're not ruining dogs. Nope. They're not. Nope. They're making everybody's life better. Everyone I've ever met, and I've met thousands of them. They're doing great work. There's all different skill sets. There's limitations to some of them, but they're not destroying dogs. No, that's a scare tactic. The folks that don't believe in aversives are really good at scaring people. They're really good at scaring people. They're really good at using violence, verbal violence against humans. And they're against correcting a dog, but they're really good at verbal violence with humans. They're really good at it. Yeah, they teach them that at all their seminars and stuff. Yep. Next.
Billy said, yeah, he wasn't listening to me. His ears were turned off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hey, Billy, when you're humping someone, you paying attention to what's going on around you? Hell no, I'm not. Hell no. So, but set it up. We stop dogs from humping. I got a couple of funny videos on there. This one, what did she call it? She was a reporter from the Providence Journal. She brought her dog in because he loved leg sex. This dog, 70-pound pitty. He would tackle children at the park, tackle them, and start humping them to completion.
My God.
He didn't penetrate them, but he humped a child, humped dogs, humped kids.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah, he was obsessive. He was thinking with his tiny head, that's for sure. Man, we stopped that dog. And then we documented the whole thing. Social proof. Yeah, we showed it. Video's up there. Yeah. Any dog trainer can do it. It's not that difficult to do. There's not a situation that we don't have social proof on. So we'll walk you through it step by step. Ask that of your dog trainers. Do you have any social proof on that? Or can you walk me through it step by step what it's going to look like? Full transparency, they should tell you. Next.
Billy said, I tell people e-collar is my dog's hearing aid and they believe me. LOL.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Steve said, thanks.
You're welcome, Steve.
Kara said, I hear it from some of the top e-collar trainers saying other e-collar trainers are destroying and winning. Personally, I think they're very adaptive.
So I'm probably one of the ones that they'll say is destroying it. That's a comment. I usually get put into that thing. Meanwhile, show me the dog that's been destroyed, right? That's an ego thing. They're saying. Their way is the only way, and they're the only ones. They're called gatekeepers. Only they are the good ones. Only they are the good ones. That's it. And who are these top dog trainers? Are they family pet dog trainers? Are they sport dog trainers? Because a sport dog trainer can't train a family dog. Maybe some can, but the majority of them can't. Family pets and sport dogs are two different things. That always gets the sport dog community all riled up to hate me. That's okay. You can't. I know you can. It's two different philosophies. You guys are increasing drive. You want dogs freaking locked and loaded. I don't blame you. That's your business. You're not talking about dog state of mind, getting your dog to be calm. No. Next.
Shai said, guys, the demon dog was out today on Murderous Row, and we got some good work in videos. Awesome. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we don't name drop on our podcast.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Yep. Like I said, it's an ego thing. Mm-hmm. It's an ego thing. A lot of people out there, if you follow their body of work over the years, they're really good at bashing particular people. Mm-hmm. Really good at it. Very good at it. That's a sign of low intelligence, right? It's a sign of low intelligence. It's a sign of immaturity on whoever these people are. Yeah, unprofessionalism. No, it's okay. It's fine. There's a lot of man-child out there. A lot of adults with childlike behavior. It's okay. Some people just don't know how to run a business. That's all. Next.
Kelly said, perfect. Thanks. That's all right now.
Yeah, that's good. It's been a busy week so far, and it's only Monday. We had a new dog come in today. So a new dog named Rue came in today. He's a hot ticket. She's a hot ticket.
She's explosive.
So social proof, massively leash reactive, goes after dogs, goes after men, explodes on the leash, loves to Tonight we saw some kennel fighting between dogs.
Mhm.
Hates men. Not a big fan of kids. Got some bites on her record. She showed up today. We'll document her. We documented the intake. We'll document the training. We'll put it out there, showing social proof. What we do. Again, and again, and again. We'll keep putting our work out there. Doesn't always look pretty, but it's highly effective. Yep. Next.
Oh.
So yeah, there's a lot of folks with a lot of opinions out there. Always remember that. Always remember. And it's important though that everybody starts grasping as much knowledge as possible so they can start making more educated decisions on what they're actually seeing. And then understanding that a lot of folks are not showing their work. And you want to see their work, not just the end, not just on a finished dog. You want to see as much transparency as possible, as much as you can. Sometimes you can't. There's things you can't really show on social media. It's not always pretty. We know we can't because YouTube doesn't allow certain things. But we talk about it freely. We show it at our seminars. We show it to our clients. We show a lot in our community, by the way. In our online community, you see a lot of stuff. We're documenting a lot of the Charlie stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of good feedback on Charlie's videos.
Yeah. So it's good. Dogs, let's see. Angelo's working dogs. He took out the brand new dog. Here's a dog. Okay, here we go. This dog, Rue, you'll see the intake when Joel gets it up in the next day or two, probably. Dog doesn't like kids. Has bitten men. And intense dog. Intense. Guess who took him out for the last potty tonight? Dog came in today. Dog's been failed by many dog trainers. Guess who's rotating Rue? Yeah, which means you put a slip lead on the dog, have him come out of the kennel, take him outside the building, walk to the potty area, open up a fence, go in there, potty him. There's all kinds of like squirrels and wildlife around. And then tell him to knock it off. You're done pottying. Come back inside, walk back inside, put him back in his kennel, take off his equipment. Angelo, he just turned 13. Yep. Dogs live with us 24/7. It's one thing for a trainer to go to someone's house, which I do, and show, get one session or an hour. It's another thing for a dog to come in for a total rehab of 4 to 6 weeks. The dogs rely on you for everything. Food, water, exercise, training, play, on-leash work, off-leash work. Dogs go for bicycle rides with us. Yeah, every dog gets a bicycle ride. Haven't done Rue yet. He just got here, but he will. Swimming. So, but we'll show him, again, more social proof. And then you see a lot of trainers that show the same dog every time. It's like, really? Where's all the client dogs? Where's all your client dogs? How come you're not showing your client dogs? And don't be impressed with like when people show Malinois. I got a Malinois. You're not going to see me demoing Tex. Don't be that impressed by some trainer's Malinois. That's got nothing to do with your family pet dog. You need help with your family pet dog. You don't need fancy stuff. We talked about that today at the seminar, trying to get, getting all these trainers to like really focus on what they want to be, doing. And it's like, don't teach fancy stuff. Your family pet dog doesn't need to know how to do a swing finish. Doesn't need to know how to get between your legs. Doesn't know how to do figure eights. Needs to learn how to shut up. Stop running towards the door. Right? How to stop jumping and biting people. That's what it needs to do. So, what else we got going? Anything else? No.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
Well, long day here.
Yeah.
Let's put the dogs to bed, close up shop, and We'll talk to everybody later. All right, everybody have a fantastic night. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.